Hello. I am Shin the Hero. I have with me. Turn on the music. I have with me Animus Prime, JR.
What is up, peoples?
Old Hunter Rage, Isaac.
Hi, everyone.
And we are the N.W.A. Nerd with Attitude. Welcome you guys to episode 4 of our live show, 2 Cent Talks. Today we got a little special thing. You saw the title. We are going to be talking about Doctor Strange 2, spoilers and all. So, if you don't want anything spoiled, I'll just either pause us, just have us paused, and I throw my hands up, throw some gang signs up, letting you know that we're done talking about it. And then we'll do the trivia thing. We have what we always do, what we get, what you watching, and what we playing. We'll do that. Then we'll get in. And then before we get into the spoiler thing with Doctor Strange, we got a rant real quick about Gotham Knights because they pissed people off. Then, after that, we will talk about Doctor Strange and all its glory and why I think it's meh. And then we will do the thing I'm excited about because that nigga Noah's not here. It always goes bad when Noah is here. We get to do this MCU trivia contest thing versus Old Hunter Rage and Animus Prime. So, fellas, what are you playing? First off, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good?
Pretty good.
Sure.
What are you playing, JR, and watching?
Currently, I'm not playing anything. I've been through almost a whole week without playing anything, which is actually weird for me. But it's mostly because I've been drawing the teams that you so eloquently thrust upon me.
Hey man, you got paid.
Which I enjoy. Yeah, and I appreciate it. I can still rant about it though. But yeah, this one specifically has been a little bit of a struggle because it's not really a Ranger type aesthetic. It's more of a Kamen Rider aesthetic, which is honestly new to me. So there's kind of a learning curve to doing that. Yeah. It looks all right, but the one that you told me that's supposed to be like an influence was the meteor suit.
Yeah, that's
was the meteor suit, and that they should all look like kind of like comets.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. That's hard to do. That's really hard to do. Especially with Winry. I'm in the middle of drawing Winry, and I'm trying to do like a ponytail type thing, and it looks off. It just looks off to me, and I keep
some Kamen Riders
doing it.
I don't know if that particular season that he did Meteor because he's from Forza, but there are a few Kamen Riders with a ponytail aspect. Actually, the Kamen Rider that's airing right now, Kamen Rider Revise, his sister, who is a Kamen Rider, her suit has a ponytail, and she looks awesome, man. She looks so cool. But there are a couple.
Okay, you gotta send me a reference to that.
There are a couple of female Kamen Riders with like ponytails designs in their helmets. So don't worry, I'll help you where you need to be helped. Like it'd be better if Decade was in there actually. Like you gotta. That's why I made that thing where you and Decade can actually talk. So there's that.
Okay, I'll look into it then.
Isaac, what are you playing? What are you watching? You beautiful boy.
Oh, thank you.
You
I am-
bumbling, beautiful boy.
I am currently getting my ass kicked in Sifu.
Oh.
It's fun. I'll tell you what, it is fun, but I'm starting to. I wasn't prepared. Well, I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be this way. I knew it was going to be like a fighting game, and I'm starting to get frantic like I am during fighting games. I'm like, oh man, I gotta slow down.
Yeah, you got wake ups, you got overheads.
Yeah, it's a straight up fighting game. And I was sort of prepared for that, but I definitely have to slow down and really think about the things. Like I can't try to parry everything. I definitely can't block everything. The dodge mechanic I'm still getting used to. Like you hold L1 and then you do the direction so he does this move.
Yeah.
Because 3 of the directions do the same one, but then there's the one that dodges low attacks. So plus the game seems kind of iffy. Like, are we gonna let you dodge this?
Oh,
maybe.
Especially if you get into like some camera shenanigans. You get caught into like a corner and you can't see. Oh, you're done. You're done.
I'm looking straight at my dude's the back of his head the whole time, and meanwhile he's and then the whole thing goes red. It's like death 1. I was like,
Yeah. There's a lot of shenanigans that be happening, especially on the camera. I still think the you know how when you hold, I think L2, well, because I changed my buttons, but the one where you can dodge, it's supposed to be the dodge button, like you can move around, and if you hold that one, you can run, you can move around.
Yeah.
Has no business in the game. It's no reason for you to have that in the game because you don't. It does nothing because you still get hit when you do that.
You still get hit,
and even if you time it at the right time, you still get hit, and you take even more. You get even more punished using that. Like they should have just gave you They should have just let you automatically run. That's what they should have did.
It has one of the same problems that I had with Ghost of Tsushima, where like when you're fighting, say, a group of people, and you just get done, killing somebody, and you want to hop to the next person, and you spend a good amount of time whiffing the whole time. Meanwhile, the enemies close ocean's length of distance to get to you within one attack, and you're like, how come I can't do that? That's not fair. And it's just like, it's definitely a trial and error type game. I'm having fun with it though. I'm also still playing Elden Ring. I'm on the last boss, actually, if I remember correctly. So I'm almost done with that. And as for what I'm watching Zeo Ranger. And it is...
As am I.
Holy shit. It's so cheesy.
Oh my god. I need to say this because I was talking to Isaac about this. There was a whole episode where there was like this creepy ass clown. Like every episode has a child in danger. Like that's the whole thing. Like the witch Bandora, who's reading Repulsa, she's like trying to kill kids or like, absorb their age. I don't remember. Like, but there was this one where it was a sketchy ass clown, and he taps this kid's shoulder, and he had like overalls on, and the bottom part of his overalls started to enlarge, and I was like, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
I'm like, son, hold on, hey, oh, yo. And then he pulls out a golden soccer ball, and I'm like, what? And he keeps doing it throughout the whole episode. And I keep yelling to Isaac about it. He keeps Oh my god, he keeps popping soccer boners
It's
the whole episode.
it's so weird, but like so far, my favorite episode has been I don't know if you got to it, Jr. Because I asked you about it the other day. There's a episode where there's a turtle monster with a big stoplight on his back.
I vaguely remember going through that one.
That episode,
sometimes I don't pay attention.
That episode killed me, dude, because it was like the whole gimmick of the monster was because it had a stoplight. If you get hit with the red light, you just stop.
Yeah, it was playing completely. Red light, green light.
yeah.
You stop.
If you get hit
completely,
with the green
or
light,
keep going forever.
Yeah. So you keep going forever, and I think the Yellow Ranger was running at him, and he got hit with the green light, so he kept running, and he's like running for the entire episode. And he has to. I enjoy how cheesy the show gets. How like they completely lean into it. Japan gives no shit about the stuff that they do in their shows. So he's like running towards a mountain, and they're like, "You have to believe in the mountain for it to show up." He's like, "I believe in the mountain," and then there it is, and he runs up to the mountain, and he grabs the flowers, and he comes running back into town, and he like transforms mid-run, and he jumps on top of the turtle monster's head, and I was like, okay, so if he gets on the turtle monster's head, he's gonna have to keep running. So I was figuring he's gonna like run down his back or whatever. No, he just sat on top of his head going, and I was crying, laughing. It was so funny. Just this image of the Yellow Ranger on the head of a giant turtle monster, holding a bouquet of flowers in his hand, waving them like he's like some call girl in Las Vegas. And oh god, this show is so funny. It's great.
Fun fact. Stan Lee originally pitched Power Rangers before Saban did, Haim Saban, and his season he picked Bioman. It was like 2 seasons before Zoo Ranger, so we could have had a different Mighty Morphin Power Ranger team. I'll tell you that much. They're based.
I mean, we could have gotten Jetman here too, right?
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jetman. I watched through Jetman. That season is overly serious, like or so overly dramatic. Yeah. Oh, they.
Black
that
Ranger.
Whole love triangle thing.
Black Ranger, best Ranger ever. All right.
He was a Dick Ranger. Isaac, where are you in seafood that right now? What boss are you on? Have you fought the ninja chick, the museum?
I'm running through the museum right now. I'm working on that.
Oh, okay.
I keep going back to the club and trying to get my age down.
Is Sean the one that's murdering you, or are you having trouble with the real kung fu dudes that can also throw hands with you?
I hate literally every enemy in the game. Like I hate everybody in the game, honestly. But it's like the dudes that show up. I think they do show up in the club. They're the ones that like. They're like the actual trained fighters.
Yeah,
and they do mostly like the red moves, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the red moves.
All you gotta do is right or left, where you be in dodge mode and just right left, and you dodge them like that. Those are easy to deal with. Sean is just aggressive. He's aggressive for no damn reason. Because I'm playing.
Were they fast as lightning?
They are fast as lightning.
They are fast
as lightning. Hell, they got wall run moves. They can jump wall run and then do like combos and stuff. I can't do that.
You can't do that.
That's another one of those things.
You can't do no. What's the point of them wall running if you can't? That sucks.
Been training for 8 long years.
I can't do a jump kick off the wall.
You can't even wall run.
I can't even jump.
That
jump.
Sucks.
So
that sucks.
It is what it is.
Oh, you can't even.
But
No aerial attacks? That sucks.
It's frustrating.
I am playing that again because I'm trying to platinum in it. Like the hardest platinum to get right now is finishing the game at 25. At age 25.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, when you get to Yang,
No.
dog, Yang, you cannot focus attack Yang. He's the only character in the game that you cannot focus attack. It says
I hate it.
Will not work on him. You cannot focus attack him. So the other thing about Sifu is, like, I really wish instead of you beating the game and then going back replaying it to get to do either the mercy thing or not, they should have automatically gave you that. They should have gave you the option, like, when you finna beat a boss, to either if you wanted to kill them or do the sparing them. Like they should have auto gave you that. But I don't know. I mean, who am I? I'm not a game designer or anything like that. And then we are still watching Spy X Family, which is just wonderful. And we are still watching Love After World Domination, or World Domination After Love, which is just great because I love Power Rangers. That couple's so cute, man. They're so cute. And I think that's it, in all honesty, what I'm watching. And I am still playing Tiny Tina, but I ain't played that in a hot minute. I've just been playing I started Trek to Yumi or Yami.
How is it?
Like,
oh, you got it? Or no?
I don't like the battle system. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of feels stiff. I plan on streaming it. I might stream it. I know I said it once before, but I do plan on streaming it this weekend. But I don't like the battle system so far. Like, it's stiff, kinda. But the game is freaking beautiful. It's like you're playing a freaking movie. I'll tell you that much. It's like you're playing a Kurosawa film. That's what you're doing. It's in black and white. It's all in black and white too. Like, it's pretty, man. It is nice. Anyway, so I know a couple of people in the chat. Well, so far there's a few people in the chat. There's only one person in the chat that said anything. The fourth soprano, holy crap, was this clown John Wayne Grace? I don't understand.
John, you don't know the story of John Wayne Gacy? Oh my god.
No. But we don't have time for that. Anyway, we are now going to be talking about, we're jumping in, well, before we get into that, first we're going to talk about this. Is it Warner Brother Montreal? Are they the ones doing this?
Yeah.
First you delay the game for like for freaking a year and a half, and then you come out a couple of days ago and be like, yeah, dog, this game's still coming out, but the people who was actually waiting for it, you can't play it. It's only coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Peace out. And it's just mic dropped. Like, the whole game, like, what he's like, to give the people the best experience, we gotta cancel the consoles. Like, it's already hard as hell to get a PlayStation 5. And you just want somebody to play it on PlayStation 5? The game don't even look all that great, in all honesty. Man, I don't care about, I've been waiting for this game. It was one of my most high anticipated games of this year. And we don't get it on PlayStation 4. So I gotta drop almost $900 just to play one game. That's what you're telling me. I don't know how y'all feel about this.
Ouch.
JR, how you feel about this?
JR don't feel no type of way. He already got a PS5.
I don't care. I honestly don't care much about Gotham Knights to begin with because it don't even look that good. But yeah, that sucks.
Isaac?
It honestly really sucks.
I would have been angry about it had I not seen the gameplay. And then I saw Red Hood magic jumping all over the place. I was like, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before.
Uh,
I don't know. Like
everybody else had an explanation.
it was weird looking at the actual game and the gameplay and everything. I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I don't like the way this looks. But then again, usually when they do, it's like a gameplay demo. The person playing is not very good, but
I mean, they made the game, so they should be.
they should.
Usually
You would
when
think so.
usually when they do like gameplay videos, they're doing stuff right, but not fun.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but not doing like what what you would want to do.
I mean, I ain't
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the gameplay. I mean, I saw the few trailers and whatnot,
It's weird.
but it angers me because this was. I mean, first off, they had the audacity to say it's only 2 players, and you giving us 4 characters to play with. For one, so that was like one. I was like, all right, cool. I can still play this with one of my homeboys like Doom or speaking of Doom, he just showed up in the chat.
I do.
But like,
Hey, what's up?
I can play with one of my boys, and that's fine. I can still play with Isaac and them, so that's cool. But then you take away from PlayStation 4, you take it away from PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and just make it for PC. I mean. I have a PC. I game a PC.
You're losing
Yes,
money.
I do. But I don't play. I'm a console player, and I got a PlayStation 4, cause as it stands right now, there ain't nothing on PlayStation 5, so there's no reason for me to get a PlayStation 5. And this game still isn't gonna make me go out and try to find a PlayStation 5 to play this game. And I don't know, man. It also feels like excuse me. It also feels like freaking whatchamacallit, Avengers all over again. That's what it feels like.
God, I hope not. I really don't want that for them, but
It angers me. It does. It really does. It really angers me. But like, I know it partially doesn't affect me because if I want to play it, I can get it on PC. I don't want to get it on PC. I want to get it on my PlayStation 4 because everybody I know has PlayStation 4, and the people who's excited to get the game was gonna play it on PlayStation 4. But you have the audacity to cancel it. And then the thing about it is, this isn't being like blew up. I figured people would blow up about this. It would have made the news, made the Twitter rounds and all that junk, and people would have bullied them like they kind of how they bullied the Chain Sonic. I thought the internet was gonna like bully them, but it hasn't happened. Not a lot of people are talking about this, so I don't know, man.
I don't think a lot of people cares about it to begin with.
Yeah, there's that too, man. It wasn't with them delaying it already. It wasn't even on anybody's radar. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I think people were excited about it when it was first announced. Just like the general idea of now being able to play as 4 of the Bat family in a co-op game, just as an idea, it sounds really fun and cool and everything. And then people saw it, and people were like, it's like, never mind. No thanks.
All right.
But
if y'all ain't got no more else to say, we'll jump into these Doctor Strange 2 talk. So, okay, for those who are watching right now, if you haven't seen Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness or Into the Madness of the Multiverse, whatever the hell the extra title is, Doctor Strange 2, if you have not seen it, we about to spoil the hell out of that. If you love us and you just want to rep us, just put us on pause. I will throw up some gang signs letting you know that we're done talking about Doctor Strange. letting you know we're done talking about all the spoilers and everything. If you don't care about spoilers, you my type of person, and you just keep on listening to us and repping with us. But again, I will throw up some Dormammu, the magic signs, letting you know that we're done. But beforehand, we did put out a video. Me and Isaac, we talked about it non-spoilerly, and we are gonna get JR's quick 2-cent non-spoiler on how he felt about the movie, and then we'll jump into spoilers. So, JR, quick 2 cents, quick feeling about the movie, non-spoiler like.
It was unexpected. A lot of things that I thought were going to happen, it didn't really happen. And before watching this, I rewatched WandaVision just to get like a feel of where that character was coming from, and knowing that she's like in this movie, I wanted to see like how that's going to play about, and it plays about in a big way, bigger than I would have expected. But overall, I actually enjoyed this. I know how this will rub people the wrong way, like given that it delves into horror more than any of the other movies ever cared to. But I thought it was a nice change of pace. I thought it was a pretty nice change of pace, and like going into it, I was just enjoying the horror, the Sam Raimi's horror stuff, and like there are parts of it that made me gasp, parts of it that really freaked me out. It's normally I hate jump scares, but these were the kind of jump scares that I honestly enjoy. So I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into spoilers. So here's the gang signs. We're finna go into spoilers. So you have been warned. Also in the title, it says spoiler talk. So, I mean, again, I appreciate y'all being here. But again, if you don't care about spoilers, you my type of person. I will be looking at the chat and reading, so give us your 2 cents about Doctor Strange into the multiverse, all that nonsense. What you liked or what you didn't like about the movie. Alright, so we're jumping into spoilers. Now, you remember when the Phoenix jumped out of here? Phoenix came up.
The Phoenix?
Nah, I was just messing around. Alright.
Oh,
I knew that was a troll. The minute he said
did I miss something?
We're doing real spoilers now. Real spoilers now.
Man, Deadpool.
Okay. What did you not like about the movie? I feel like this movie is kind of divided because there's people who like the movie and there's people who don't like the movie. I'm in like the middle. It was okay. It was meh in my it was like very average movie. And it's not even the fact that people can come at me like you had your expectations high. I had no expectations whatsoever for this movie. But JR, was there anything in there that you did not like?
I did not like.
Because you said you enjoyed the movie. If memory serves, I think Isaac, you had said it was okay or you were disappointed.
I enjoyed it. It was above average. It wasn't like mind blowing. Well, I mean, it was mind blowing for a different reason, not that it was a great movie. But
there was minds blown.
All right, JR, what was anything that you did not like about the movie?
I would say it's mostly how most people would feel. Kind of the introduction of the Illuminati and how that all turned out. Like after watching it, I was like, wow, they really just did that. They really brought them in, and just for them to get bodied, it was kind of frustrating, but I understand like this is a multiversal movie and there will be casualties, that there would be casualties. I didn't think it would be to that extent, but yeah. It was enjoyable to watch though.
It was unneeded, man. In my opinion, it was unneeded. You could have did this movie without the Illuminati, and it still would have been the same thing. I'm also confused about why there's the Iron Sentries are there when they didn't show Iron Man or even speak about Iron Man. We didn't even.
They were Ultron.
Oh, yep, even that. I'm like, okay, I guess. No,
it might have been the Hank Pym's Ultron.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what it was.
They didn't even mention it though. Like they had no. He should have been on the Illuminati. My other thing is,
it was just a thing. It was just a fan service.
Veronica Rambeau just got rocked by rocks. She is
like. Was that Monica Ram? I don't think that was Monica Rambeau. I think that was the mother.
Oh, that.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, she got bodied by rocks.
That was kind of weird.
She's supposed to at least be like the second strongest. She should have been able to solo Wanda by herself. I mean, and then Captain Carter.
I think what it was
got shielded,
cut in half. Yeah,
she got mauled.
And then
she got Darth Maul.
And then the internet. So we get this man John Krasinski to become Dr. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic himself, only for him to get unraveled like a fruit roll-up.
Spaghetti.
That man got unraveled like a fruit roll-up, and his costume was terrible. But this was fan casting. They was just, they winked and nodded, and it was like, haha, we gonna kill him now. And then Professor Xavier dying for like the umpteenth time. The only cool thing was, I mean, I did in the movie, you know that gif with Leonardo DiCaprio, like, oh, when he showed up, yeah, it like, I was like, yo,
I was like, damn, they went there.
That told me, oh, this is the animated universe. They're part of the animated universe. Oh man, there's so much. Like my thing is that I personally did not like about it. Elizabeth Olsen did a great job acting. Granted, there was times when she still was going into her English to her Sokovian voice.
Yeah.
I think that was the whole point. Like she's teeter-tottering.
She did a great job playing the slasher monster movie thing. She did a great job. But what they did to the Wanda character, they destroyed the Wanda character in my opinion. Because like WandaVision, the whole thing about WandaVision was for her to get over the grief and everything like that. And even at the end of WandaVision, the way they sceneed it up, like her kids were in trouble in the multiverse and she was going to go find them, not to go steal somebody else, steal her own kids from her own self and become a full-blown villain. She just full-blown became a full-blown villain and evil. Like the way WandaVision did her character and then the way they did it in here, it's like they retconned her and everything. And then out of all of a sudden we just not that the fact that she gets outed as a monster, her kids are afraid of her, she gonna bring down everything like Super Shredder, and we supposed to think she dead. I know she ain't dead.
Yeah, she had like a Doc Ock moment, only this time, yeah, pretty sure she's not dead. Also, I wanted to point out, like, this whole thing about her going into the multiverse to find her family, this is basically Spider-Verse. It's basically
Kingpin's story. Yeah.
Kingpin's, yeah. So Marvel has taken. They're two like multiversal movies that they've taken from Sony's Spider-Verse. Spider-Man: No Way Home, self-explanatory, and then the Multiverse of Madness, where it's basically Spider-Verse but not done as well. At least through the villain's like motivation. And I thought that, like, after watching it, I think about it and I was like, wow, they're really just rehashing movies that they did, like, I don't know how many years ago, like 4 years ago. So.
Yeah, but that was Sony. This is Marvel.
It's all under the same kind of spectrum.
What
Yeah.
things that you liked, disliked about the movie? What qualms you have about the movie?
Well, you actually brought up one of my qualms because I remember thinking about it and I was like, was it Wanda? Like, I mean, I know she has the Darkhold and everything by the end of WandaVision and all that, but wasn't she turning over a new leaf by the end of that show?
Yes!
And then they showed her in this one, and like, I was still under the impression that, because I remember before the movie had come out, you remember they were talking about Wanda's going to be the main villain, and I was like, that's cool. And then we saw WandaVision, and I was like, that makes no sense. And then nobody talked about it anymore, and I was like, okay, so maybe they changed it. And as Steven was talking to her in her like apple tree grove thing, I was like, okay, so this is legit. And then when she name dropped America, I was like, I don't think Steven said her off.
And he stopped it. He stopped. He was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I did the
That's
exact
pretty
same thing he
sus.
did. As soon as she said her name, I was like, when did he, because I think my friend knew me, and she was like, when did he tell her America's name? And I was like, he said it, but wait a minute. And as soon as I thought about it, the thing happened in the movie, and I was like, okay. And then she reveals her whole thing, which, by the way, like, the area she was in at that point, that was, visually, that's cool as shit. So, I mean, still, I was still kind of sitting there like, I thought she was good. I guess not. I don't know. Maybe she snapped again before we knew it. I don't know. But that was like my main qualm. And then they well, actually, I don't know if this would be a qualm because I appreciate when trailers do this. The trailers for this movie straight up lied to people because like you think you think Sinister Strange is going to be a way bigger thing in the movie than he is. He just well, I mean, to be fair, the music battle is one of the coolest
The
I've ever seen in my life.
One of the coolest,
one of
but
the best thing
it's
ever.
cheesy, but it was great.
It's super cheesy and it's wonderful.
That and the capes of demons.
Oh my god. Like the souls of the damned becoming his cape, and I was like, that's metal as hell.
So we got some stuff in the chat. Doom says, first and foremost, I still miss Vision. He said, I thought it was good. I'm pretty sure they're bringing back Reed Richards. Can someone explain to me why Wanda didn't develop a third eye because of the Darkhold, but both Doctor Stranges did? That's a great question.
I think it was more Strange's thing.
Because Wanda is a Karen. That's why. Alright, so moving all right along. Then Doom says Wanda is crazy and I like it. Yeah, it makes sense. And then at the end of WandaVision, I got the feeling she was going to do something like this. She seemed mentally broken after everything. Plus, the WandaVision post-credit scenes had her looking a little nuts. I stopped watching comic movie trailers after the second one. I disagree with the Wanda thing because like the whole point of WandaVision is her grieving over Vision and stuff.
Vision, yeah.
And
Yeah.
And the way,
but then she had children.
Yeah.
But then she had children, and she fell in love with them, and she didn't want to let him go.
Yeah, and
So.
then she came to an understanding, came to qualms that she had to let that go. She had to do all that. She had to let them go. In my honest opinion, one, I just don't understand why she just couldn't magic up some more kids instead of going this tirade like this. Two, the whole thing with the Book of Fragility. You telling me there's not like 14 of those in the other dimensions? There's only one that got destroyed in that dimension. There's not one in our main dimension. The whole end game was that man the Strange had to use the Dark Code. That didn't make no damn sense. And then in the comics, the third eye is a good thing. It's not even a bad thing. It's not it makes you evil or anything like that. It's a good thing. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with
like by the end
Dark
of
Code,
it,
but
it is a good thing by the end of the movie. I feel like.
Yeah, like they tricked you into thinking that it was a bad thing. Like when he was like crying out in pain in the middle of the street, which it caught me off guard for a bit. And then the next scene, he's perfectly fine, which is a huge shift. And then he sprouts out the eye, and he's like ready for battle. And I'm like, okay, so it's a good thing now.
My thing is also with Strange. Like it feel like Doctor Strange ain't even in his own movie. This is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Ain't it? He's barely in the movie. It barely is about him. It's more about America, who is a plot device, the MacGuffin, and Wanda. It's Wanda's movie almost, basically. And it's
there's like 4 different Doctor Stranges in this movie.
But Wanda has more time on screen than the 4 of them combined. So
that's true.
The side plot about this man Strange being unhappy. It feel like it came out of nowhere, man. In my opinion, I feel like the first one is way better than this one. I'd rather watch the first one again, which I have multiple times, than watching the second one again. I don't know. There's so much like Zombie Strange. How long were they gone? Bodies don't decompose like that, man. They couldn't have been gone that long.
When he showed up with the body, he was already like mangled and kind of fucked up to begin with. Plus, it looked like he was like in the middle of decomposing, like when they discovered him. Like it wasn't a normal attack that he was stabbed through the chest. It was something like he was getting corrupted or something. Yeah,
because when he gets stabbed through the leg, they showed his wound like starting to grow black veins and everything like that. So I figured since he got stabbed like 1,000,000 times before he died, he probably started getting really gross really fast. Either way, Zombie Strange.
Plus, it wouldn't be visually pleasing
Yeah.
To see him go through, like come out of the ground, and him looking still pristine. It wouldn't look that great.
That shot of the hand shooting out of the ground with the lightning strike behind it, I was like, oh my god, they're going full zombie movie with this, and I love it.
Yeah,
dude, the moment that Strange, he was like doing the dream walk thing, and then I don't know who said it, was like, but there's no living Strange in our dimension. He was like, who said they have to be living? And I immediately, I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna. I mean, I've seen it in the trailers, but it was still a shock.
The visuals were cool. The visuals was cool. Some of the visuals were cool, but like, there's a lot of things in the movie that I'm just like, I mean, and you still get your Marvel shenanigans and everything like that. I give it like a 7. It's a 7 for me, but like, there's things in the movie that I just don't care for, and it just I have more questions than answers. Like when Wanda won, when she got America through the portal and everything, right then and there, you should have just took her powers. But for some reason, you didn't. You had to wait until Doctor Strange showed up and was like, "Oh no, now I gotta be stopped." Why? You should have just took her powers right then and there. I don't know, man. I might be nitpicking, but like, I don't know. Yeah. I might be nitpicky to some and everything like that, but I don't know. I said it's a 7 for me. There's other things like Wong was great. I love Wong. He was great.
Oh yeah, he's always great. He's always great, no matter what. The one thing that disappointed me was Strange Supreme wasn't in it, and I was kind of hoping for him to show up.
I did too.
He would have cleaned house.
And he used the dark hole. Anyway, JR, what are you giving this out of 10?
I give it a 8. I give it an 8. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Yeah.
Isaac, what did you give this? A 4?
I gave it an 8.
Oh, you gave it 8. Oh, okay. I thought it was a 4.
What?
Like out of 5? Or...
Alright, strange gang signs. The spoilers are done. We're not talking about spoilers, so you can unpause us. We finna get into the big thing. Now, we got JR, Isaac, and they are going to battle each other. For those who are familiar with the movie trivia Smowdown, I'm taking that formula and everything like that. I give it an 8. Doomsday, he gives it an 8. But we're doing the movie trivia Smowdown. It's 3 rounds, and each round is a thing for both of them. And yeah, so we're going to start this, and round 1 will be 8 questions, and you guys know how this works. You gotta write down your answer, and then when I call your name, when I say pins down and call your name, you say it and show it to the camera and everything. And each round 1, each question will be worth 1 point. There's no stealing or anything like that, and you both have 3 repeats throughout the whole game. You can ask me to repeat a question to give you more time. You also have 15 seconds to answer. Once that 15 seconds is up, I will say pins down, hands up. You put your hands up and your pins down. And all these questions are from the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies anyway. So, you guys ready? Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Round 1. Question number 1. What does Black Widow use to close the wormhole in the Avengers? Man, they automatically wrote down. Spelling is not a problem either. So I will tell you that. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I think I spelled that right.
1. Pins down, hands up. Isaac.
Yes. Do I have to show you?
Yeah, you have to show. Whatever you say has to match that.
Loki's scepter.
Or JR.
That's
Loki scepter.
All right. Y'all both get a point. Yay. Yay. Question number 2. Who played Drax the Destroyer in the MCU?
Oh, I'm gonna mess up his last name.
As long as it's readable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, hands up. JR.
kind of fucked up. Dave Bautista.
Isaac.
I kind of rusty it.
Yeah, Dave Bautista.
All right, fellas. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Moving right along. Question number 3. To date, how many MCU films has Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man in? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Isaac.
What the hell? 8.
And then JR.
What are you doing in my window?
I also guessed 8.
That is incorrect, fellas. It is 10. So
Oh, God.
no perfect
Damn.
round for you guys. No perfect round for you.
Well,
Question.
Wait, hold on. Iron Man 1, 2, 3.
Question number 4. Question number 4. In Doctor Strange, what artist music is Wong listening to when Doctor Strange steals a few extra books from the library? They kind of went down real fast. Like they know stuff or something like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. JR.
Beyonce. I don't know if there was an accent over the E.
Isaac.
Beyonce.
All
There's an
right.
accent somewhere.
I knew there was. I don't remember which E.
Yeah, me neither.
All
I think it's the
right.
last one.
The score is 3-3. You guys are tied. Question number 5. And people
Wait,
at
please.
home, you guys are more welcome to play along too. Question number 5. Which Avenger makes an appearance in Ant-Man? I need the hero name. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Isaac.
I got marker all over my fingers. Falcon.
JR.
Falcon.
I hate you so much.
I was going to do it.
I should take a point away from both of you.
I didn't do it. No,
I
I didn't do
hate you so much, JR. So
I should get an extra point for my bravery.
So very much. Oh my god, I hate you so much, you dick. Question number 6. When Doctor Strange is mugged on the streets of Kamathras, what does Mordo retrieve for him? I got that. Dude, this man Doom too. You too, Doom. You too. 3, 2, 1. Pins down, hands up. Isaac.
I had to get a different marker, but his watch.
JR.
His watch.
It
Watch.
is correct. Boys, they only missed one so far. Question
7.
number 7. It is, what year did Iron Man launch the MCU? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. JR.
2008.
Isaac.
2008.
That 8 looked like a 1, man.
Yeah, I didn't draw it very well.
6-6. Oh. Final question. In round 1. Man, y'all almost had a perfect round, man. Y'all terrible. Y'all don't know how many movies Iron Man played in.
I missed Civil War.
Question number 8. How many movies are in Phase 2? Stumped him there. Got him. Yeah. Shoot with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Isaac.
I totally missed a few. I said 6.
You said 6?
Yeah.
JR.
That's ink.
Holy crap. Why did we guess the same thing?
It is correct. There is 6.
Is it?
There is 6.
It was a total guess. It was a total
It
guess.
is 6.
I didn't even count.
Phase 2. So going in to round number 2, the score is tied 7-7. Looking at the chat, there's a few right answers. Doom, how dare you? I am not Falcon. I am not Falcon. Anyway, going into round 2. So round 2 is the dice round. The dice round, where I will roll a die, and there will be categories for pertaining to each die. So for these categories would be movie release dates, the grab bag, which would be random things from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Who said it would be quotes. Avengers Assemble, which is all Avenger-based questions. And the multiverse, which would be not just Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Marvel movies in general. And each category has 4 questions, and there can be stealing in here. However, there is multiple choice for this. So each question is worth 2 points, but if you use multiple choice and you get it, it's 1 point. But if you miss it, your opponent would have the chance to steal it, and they can guess. If you don't pick multiple choice, you don't have the option to get multiple choice. So, it is tied right now. So, who do I like the most?
That's an easy question.
Who do I like the most? Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin.
It's basically who do you know the most?
Heads, Isaac. Tails, JR.
You gonna flip a coin on us like that?
All right, Isaac, you get to pick. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
You go second. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a die. If I roll 6, JR, you get to pick whatever you want. All right.
All right.
You gotta get a die.
Should have had a die ready right there.
I'm going to have a die. Does not have a die.
It does. Just get one of your.
I thought I had one. Shut up. Shut your stupid face.
It's so hot.
I was looking at it. I was like,
What kind of die is it? Is it a?
Let me tell people real quick what happened the other day. I texted Walt about Sifu. I was like, hey man, Sifu's beat my ass. He was like, see, I told you it wasn't easy, Nuka. And I was like, hey. All I did was come here to ask for some advice. And he immediately got confrontational with me. I was like, why you being so confrontational?
The die. We gonna roll it?
8-sided.
Oh wow, it's a 6. See people? It's a 6. So
oh cool.
JR, you get the pick.
What were the categories? I know there was a multiverse. There was
we have movie release dates, We have
Okay.
Grab Bag. We have Who Said It, Avengers Assemble, and the Multiverse.
What was the grab bag again?
That's random assortment of questions, of MCU questions.
Okay. I'll go for the multiverse.
Multiverse. All right. This is not just MCU questions. It is Marvel movie questions. All
Test
right.
my knowledge.
So, you won't have to write down anything or anything like that. You could just say it. You have 15 seconds. You still have 3 repeats and everything like that. And you get 1 free if you pick multiple choice. You get 1 free where I can repeat the options. So,
All right.
question number 1 in the multiverse. In X-Men First Class, what did Magneto kill Sebastian Shaw with?
A quarter. I remember a coin. I think it's a quarter.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct. You got 2 points. It is a coin.
Yeah.
That was a cool death.
It was.
That was dope.
It was.
All right. Question number 2. In Spider-Man, how much was the payout if you survived 3 minutes in the wrestling ring?
Did you tell me?
Is it still him?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
still
still
me?
you.
Or-
Yes.
I'm so
5,
sorry.
3.
$5,000.
That is incorrect. Isaac, I'm reading the question. In Spider-Man, how much was the payout if you survived 3 minutes in the wrestling ring?
I think it was $1,000.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is $3,000.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, and then he
Right
only
in
got
the
paid
middle.
$100.
just the
Question.
wasn't. I think it was 300.
Question number 3, because he didn't spend 3 minutes.
Yeah, he beat him within a minute.
Question number
Yeah.
3. Question number 3. In Logan, what is the name of the mutant hunting group led by Donald Pierce? Remember, you do have multiple choice.
Is it him or me?
You. 5.
Oh, me. Okay.
4, 3,
The
2, 1.
multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the Reavers, B, the Daywalkers, C, the Reapers, D, X-Force?
I want to guess the Reavers.
Final answer.
Final answer.
For 1 point, you got the Reavers.
Ooh,
And your
nice.
final question of the multiverse. In Deadpool, while ranting to Colossus, what does Deadpool refer to the X-Men as?
Damn. He says a lot of shit.
Five.
The
4, 3, 2, 1.
multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Neverland Mansion, B, Boy Band HQ, C, Pervert Manor, or D, XXX Men Mansion?
B, the boy band.
That is
Whatever.
incorrect. Isaac, I will read off the question and the choices. In Deadpool, while renting to Colossus, what does Deadpool refer to the X-Mansion as? Is it A, Neverland Mansion, B, Boy Band HQ, C, Pervert Manor, or D, XXX Men Mansion?
I believe it's A. Final answer, Neverland Mansion.
You have 1 point.
Yeah, because you made a Michael Jackson joke and people were like, yikes.
All right, we're still in round 2.
Oh,
now it is Isaac's turn. Now, Isaac, multiverse
Yes, sir.
is off the table. So if I roll a 2 or a 6, you get to pick whatever. And we roll. What the fuck? Okay, we rolled the 2. I don't know what kind of nonsense. All right, so we have Avengers Assemble. Who said it? Like, I can't make this up, people. Like, it's legitimately a 2. I'm like, what the fuck? Avengers Assemble. Who said it? Grab bag. Movie release dates.
I'll go with Avengers Assembled.
Avengers Assemble. All right. Question 1. Remember, you don't have to sign. You don't have to write down anything. You can just say it. You still have 15 seconds. If you get it wrong, JR has the chance to steal and gain some points. You guys are 2 points. JR is up by 2 points right now. That second round wasn't all that great for him, man. Just saying. All right. Question number 1. Who played Thanos in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame?
Josh Brolin.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Boy, give him 2 points. We are all tied up. Question number 2. In Avengers Age of Ultron, Dr. Helen Chow is invited to the Avengers party. After a moment of contemplation, she asked, will blank be there? Who is she referring to?
Is Thor gonna be there?
Final answer?
Final answer. Final answer.
Get that boy knows some stuff, man. Ain't Downey. He's got
I watched those movies enough. I should know this.
Question number 3. What song is playing when Iron Man joined Captain America in the fight against Loki in Germany in the Avengers?
I believe it was Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC.
Final answer? 5.
Final answer.
All right. Oh, man. I don't know what to tell you. That boy know his music. I put another 2 points. He is a 4-point lead. Your final question. Will this be a perfect round for this man?
Hopefully.
Final question. In what year did Avengers Age of Ultron release?
2015. Final answer.
Perfect round, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the score now is 16-10. Isaac is up. We have now made it to the third and final round. There is, Isaac might run away with this. However, JR still can win. You could get 10 points in this round. So your first question will be worth 2 points. Your second question is worth 3 points. And your final question is worth 5 points. These get harder over and over the time for each question. Since JR, there's no stealing in this. You still have your repeats and all that junk, so you can stall for time if you need time to think. JR, you are down, so we are going to go with you. Your question number 1, worth. That is not correct, sir. It was New Mexico.
Ah, shit.
Now we are at it here. You have to, Isaac will not have to answer any questions if you miss this question. You have to get this, man, to push it back to Isaac. You gotta get it. No pressure, man. No pressure. Worth 5 points. In Ant-Man, who plays Maggie Lane, the mother of Scott Lang's daughter? Five.
No idea.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No idea.
Oh man, that man Isaac won! And my boy Isaac won! The answer is Judy Greer.
That's her
I don't know
name.
who the
He
fuck
didn't
that
even
was.
have to.
I know her face.
He didn't even have to answer any questions. Look at
Can
this
I answer
man.
my questions anyway?
No.
Oh,
Sure.
That's not fun.
Alright, your 2-point question. How many Infinity Stones are said to exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
6. Final answer.
Okay. It was 7. Nah, I'm just playing.
I was about to say.
Like what?
Talking about Loki, where he had that
Your
drawer
3
full-
point, your 3-point question. Your 3-point question. Iron Man launched the MCU back in 2008. What was the next MCU film released in theaters?
The Incredible Hulk. That same year, I think.
And your number 5 question, or your 5.1, was which actors played twins named Wanda and Pietro in Avengers Age of Ultron? I need the full names.
Aaron Taylor Johnson played Quicksilver, and Elizabeth Olsen played Wanda.
You didn't even need to answer these because you would have stomped this man. Just saying. Did y'all have fun? Was that good?
I did.
Sure. I don't know what it was. I got all the hard ones.
Did the chat love it? I mean, you picked the Marvel. You picked the multiverse one. I figured you would have picked something easy.
Yeah.
It's just your second round. Your second round kind of went down.
Yeah.
Now I hope chat like that. We try to do these every Blue Moon. At first I was like, man, we ain't never doing these ever again because we tried to do these before and they always end bad, mainly because of Noah. I hate that nigga. Anyway, I hope
It's such a sore winner too.
I hope you guys enjoyed our talk, enjoyed the live show and all that junk, and join us again for next week. I don't know what we're doing, but we might do another trivia thing. Who knows? It could be random. I hope everybody's having a good night and sleep well and all that other jazz. As we always say, what do we say, fellas?
Show
Show
your
your
attitude.
attitude, you wonderful, beautiful nerd.
Deuces.
I hate
We need to be more unison.
I hate
I was like, I don't know.